Why Nigerian youths no longer believe political promises. Many Nigerian youths are no longer excited when politicians make promises. They hear, "We will create jobs. We will empower the youth. We will fix education. We will reduce poverty. We will build a better future." And many young people simply say, "We have heard this before." That response did not come from nowhere. It came from years of disappointment. Years of campaign speeches that sounded beautiful but changed little. Years of leaders making promises without timelines, without accountability, and without respect for the intelligence of young Nigerians. So today, we must ask an honest question: why do many youths no longer believe political promises? Welcome to Win and Govern Nigeria, where we help candidates campaign better, leaders govern better, and citizens demand better. Today's message is for candidates, campaign teams, political parties, and every Nigerian who wants a better country. First, many promises are too vague. The first reason youths no longer believe political promises is simple. Many promises are too vague. A candidate says, "I will empower the youth." But what does that mean? How many youths? With what skills? In which communities? At what cost? Within what timeline? How will the beneficiaries be selected? How will the public know if it worked? If a promise cannot be measured, it is very easy to abandon. Young people are no longer impressed by big grammar. They want details. They want numbers. They want dates. They want proof. They want to know whether the promise will affect real life or just end as campaign decoration. A serious candidate should not say only, "We will create opportunities." A serious candidate should say, "Within 2 years, we will train 10,000 young people in specific skills, connect at least 3,000 to jobs, apprenticeships, or business support, and publish progress every 6 months." That is the kind of promise people can track. That is the kind of promise that earns attention. Second, too many leaders disappear after elections. During campaigns, candidates are everywhere. They visit markets. They enter campuses. They attend youth events. They sit with traders. They greet elders. They post online. They answer calls. They smile in every photograph. But after the election, many disappear. The same youth groups that were important during campaigns suddenly become irrelevant. Messages are ignored. Town halls stop. Constituency offices become inactive. Promises are forgotten. And when the next election comes, the same leaders return with fresh slogans. Young people are watching. They may be quiet, but they are not foolish. A candidate who only remembers youth during election season should not be surprised when youths stop believing. Trust is not built in 3 months of campaigning. Trust is built through consistent communication, visible action, and honest feedback. Third, you see politics as a game for the powerful. Many young Nigerians feel that politics is not designed for ordinary people. They see money politics. They see godfatherism. They see violence. They see vote buying. They see candidates imposed by powerful interests. They see qualified young people locked out. Because they do not have money, connections, or political protection. So when politicians say, "The youth are the future," many young people laugh. Because they feel used. They feel invited to clap, campaign, defend, vote, and mobilize but not to decide. A serious candidate must go beyond using youth as campaign crowds. Do not invite young people only to wear branded t-shirts and shout slogans. Bring them into policy discussions. Bring them into research. Bring them into communication. Bring them into monitoring. Bring them into governance. If young people are good enough to campaign for you, they should be good enough to help shape the future you are promising. Fourth, economic pressure has made youth more practical. Many Nigerian youths are not rejecting politics because they are lazy or unserious. They are tired. They are dealing with unemployment, underemployment, rising costs, unstable income, school fees, transport costs, family pressure, failed systems, and uncertain futures. Some are thinking about leaving the country. Some are trying to survive through small businesses. Some are learning digital skills. Some are working hard but still feel stuck. So when a candidate says, "I will empower the youth," the average young person is asking, "Will this help me earn? Will this help me work? Will this help my business? Will this improve my school? Will this reduce the pressure on my family? Will this make my future less uncertain?" Campaign promises must connect to the real economic pain of young Nigerians. Motivational speeches are not enough. Dancing at rallies is not enough. Sharing small money is not enough. Young people need systems that create real opportunity. Fifth, many youth programs lack transparency. Another reason youth are skeptical is that many youth programs are not transparent. People hear about empowerment, but they do not know who selected the beneficiaries. They hear about grants, but they do not know where the money went. They hear about training, but the training does not lead to jobs or income. They hear about scholarships, but the process looks political. They hear about appointments, but the same inner circle benefits. This destroys trust. A serious youth promise must include transparency. Who can apply? What are the criteria? Who will select beneficiaries? How much is budgeted? When will results be published? How will citizens verify the outcome? If the process is not transparent, young people will assume it is another political arrangement. And honestly, can you blame them? Sixth, youths are tired of being insulted when they ask questions. Some politicians want young people to support them blindly. When youths ask hard questions, they are insulted. When they demand accountability, they are accused of disrespect. When they criticize bad governance, they are dismissed as online noisemakers. That is a mistake. A generation that asks questions is not a problem. A generation that refuses to accept empty promises is not a problem. That is exactly what democracy needs. Candidates must learn to engage Nigerian youth with respect. Do not talk down to them. Do not treat them as children. Do not assume they can be controlled with slogans. Answer their questions. Show your plan. Admit what you do not know. Explain what your office can and cannot do. Respect is a campaign strategy. Seventh, social media has made empty promises easier to expose. In the past, a candidate could make one promise in one community and say something different somewhere else. Today, everything can be recorded. Everything can be shared. Everything can be compared. Young people are online. They can pull up old videos. They can compare manifestos. They can fact-check claims. They can remind leaders of what they said. This means candidates must be more careful. Do not promise what you cannot defend. Do not exaggerate your record. Do not insult people because you think they will forget. The internet does not forget easily. A serious candidate must build a campaign message that can survive scrutiny. What candidates must do differently? If candidates want Nigerian youth to believe again, they must change approach. Make fewer promises, but make them measurable. Respect young people's intelligence. Stop using youth only as campaign tools. Create transparent youth programs. Communicate after elections, not only before elections. Show evidence of competence. Tell the truth about what your office can actually do. And most importantly, deliver. Nothing rebuilds trust like delivery. Not slogans. Not posters. Not music. Not social media trends. Delivery. In closing. So, why do Nigerian youth no longer believe political promises? Because many promises are vague. Many leaders disappear after elections. Many youth programs lack transparency. Politics often feels close to ordinary young people. Economic pressure has made youth more practical. And young Nigerians are tired of being used, ignored, or insulted. But this can change. Candidates can rebuild trust. Parties can rebuild trust. Governments can rebuild trust. But it will not happen through noise. It will happen through clear promises, honest communication, transparent systems, and visible results. This is Win and Govern Nigeria. Subscribe to the channel, share this video with a candidate, a campaign team, or a young Nigerian who cares about the future of this country. Because winning an election is only the beginning. The real victory is improving the lives of Nigerians. In our next video, we shall discuss what every Nigerian voter should know before election day.